YouTube, live on Facebook, live on Instagram, and live on TikTok at the same damn time. All right. So, what do I want to do first? Got a lot going on. So, I've been an influencer for quite a few years now. And there are a lot of in and outs and a lot of intricacies that ordinary people don't know about the lifestyle and the collaborative efforts and the things that go on behind the scenes. And some of you guys want to get involved in that particular field, but there are certain things that they don't tell you, like certain things that you might contribute to. What's going on? How you doing? Adrian Terwick Key 2E. Morning. Thank you so much for joining in. But I don't want to say too much or like be unprofessional and give out too much information, but the main things I want to tell you guys is to be careful with the relationships that you build with the people that you collaborate with and with the companies that you work with, quite frankly. For the most part, during my journey, everybody's been really good. Like, I can name some names, right? Racoma, great CEO, great people. Heat Transfer House, great owners, great people. All American Print Supply Co. For the most part, great people, great workers, great to communicate with. Everybody, I haven't had any flat out bad experiences. Uninet, great people, great workers, no issues, right? But when certain things happen, you can kind of like, you have to be strategic about how you put what information you choose to put out, and you won't know how to navigate the space unless you get into it and you have experience. I'm going somewhere with this, guys, but just bear with me as I spit this out. As you guys are joining live on YouTube and on Facebook, specifically YouTube, don't forget to hit the like button so the video gets shared out. But I have a machine here that I'm going to share with you guys. I'm going to get to that in a little minute, but right now I'm just going to talk to you guys for a second. Do I want to show any receipts? I don't think I want to, because that'll be a little bit too much. So one of the reasons why companies use affiliates or influencers to promote their products is research and development, I think. Specifically people like me, because I'm really good at figuring things out as far as like equipment is concerned. So it's not only just about sales. I think it's about research and development also, because sometimes companies can release stuff too early without doing all the due diligence to make sure all the features work. But then again, you got the flip side when sometimes companies release stuff and they got it all together and they're just like giving influencers things so they can promote the items. But a lot of the times everything isn't worked out because the majority of this equipment comes from China, guys. And it might be rebranded. But for the most part, when it comes to being an influencer and working with the equipment, I don't think that some of us get the trying to word this carefully, don't get the acknowledgement for our contributions that we should. And chime in if I have any influencers watching that might know what I'm talking about. Let me see what's going on over here. Give me a second, guys. All right, so I'm going to get into this more, but before I get into it, I want to do a little tutorial on this machine right here. This machine right here is a fantastic machine. Everything works. I love this machine. And this machine is the iColor 250. All right. This is the iColor 250 label maker. It's the smallest size label maker that you can get. And for the money, it is a beast. This is going to be a tutorial about this machine, about how to work this machine, and a in-depth tutorial, because I don't think they have one. So I'm going to do an in-depth tutorial and show you guys how to work this machine and how to work its features. And after I'm done, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit. Okay. So let's get into it. Okay. So first of all, this is the iColor 250 right here. All right. If you want to get into making stickers, making labels, semi-waterproof or just not waterproof, this is the machine that you can get. It's been a work beast for me. And for those of you guys that don't know, on AlanAWade.com, I sell labels as well as stickers. All right. And this is the machine that I use to produce your stickers. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay. Okay, good. Boom, boom. All right. So I'm going to open up the software and show you guys how to navigate it. But let's talk about the equipment first. On the back of it, you have a power button. I'm gonna turn it off and turn it back on real fast. Off, so I can so you guys can hear the noise that it makes once you turn it on. So when you turn it on, you hear that noise? That's what happens right here when you turn it on. All right. Now, after it turns on, it goes into standby mode and you launch the software. What's going on, Levite Apparel? Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for joining in. All right, so let's go over to the software and I can show you guys how this works. So after you turn it on, you obviously got it connected to power, and you obviously got your USB connected to the computer, and you have the software on your computer. And this is the software right here, right? Okay, so it's this specific software right here. If you're watching on Instagram, it might be hard to see, but it's all right. Just try to follow along. It's called iColor Custom Cut. All right, so I'm gonna select this option right here, new project. All right, and I'm just gonna open up the default. Of course, you always want to name your project, but vertical portrait 4x2 inch by 6. That's fine. I'm gonna press OK, and it's gonna open up the software. So this is the software right here. If you guys are watching on Instagram, you definitely can't see because it's all the way to the side. Let me try to bring the workspace over here so you guys see. Okay, there you go. Boom. All right, so. Wait a minute. Make that big again. Hold on, guys. Let me space this over here. Okay, cool. All right, so this is software right here. So what you do in the software, this is the same thing you do every single time. All right, so customer sends you an image and you want to print a sticker out on your iColor 250. So you import the image after you've downloaded it. Import, and these are some images right here from a customer of mine that I actually lost. All right. And I'll tell you guys a little bit of backstory about this in a little while. All right. So, boom, let's go back to software. I'm going to select this bear head right here and I'm going to open it up. All right. And once you open it up, it comes on the screen and you see it's real big, right? So you want to scale it down to the size the customer wants. On the side over here, you see like some parameters. So right here, normally I'll take what the customer's size dimensions are. Say, for example, they want 3-inch stickers. So I take the largest dimension, which in this instance is the height, and I make that the size that they want. So it's going to be 3 inches, right? So I'm going to press OK. And make sure you have keep proportions checked. And then it's going to scale that image down to the proportions, right? So it's 3x3. So boom, we see our image right here. So we don't just print from here. In the software, you have to actually trace around the image to create a cut, because this machine right here it prints and it cuts at the same time. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let me show you guys how to create that contour in the software. All right, so you want to hit trace, then it's going to open up this panel right here. And this panel right here, you can see it already put an outline around the bear. In certain instances, depending on what your image looks like, I could do a more in-depth tutorial, but I'll show you guys in a second. I'm satisfied with this trace, so I'm going to hit OK, right? Just make sure you got these dots all around the parameter of your image. If it's a whole image, it's fine. If it's not a whole image, like if it had holes in it, like if it's text that's separated, you might have a little difficulty. You might have to first create a background, a border around your image. Just listen, I'm just gonna give you guys a basic tutorial of it because you can get real intricate with the software. But for most part, if it's a whole image, then you open this up, it's gonna give you a good trace. All right. So I'm gonna press OK. And you don't see the trace that it created, but the outline that it created is there. The layer of the trace it created is here. And I keep on moving the screen back and forth for those of you guys that are on Instagram. That's why I keep on moving back and forth. Okay, so I've adjusted it so it can see everything on the screen. All right, cool. So you got the trace out, but you don't see it, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Object. Wait, you're going to go to Paths, and you're going to go to Offset Path. All right, so I click Offset Path and Rectangular. I'm going to click Rounded, and already you can see I'm going to add it like, let's just see in the background, you can see the offset path. So I'm going to scale it to size that is like kind of like away from my image. So I'm satisfied with that. I'm going to hit OK. All right. So that's actually the cut file that the printer is going to cut right here, that offset path that you just created. All right. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to Command C, Command V to duplicate it, and I'm going to put another one down here. All right, so we got two of them. I got to space that out a little bit better. Hold on. Boom. And bring this one down. Make sure I select the image along with the path and bring it down a little bit. All right, cool. We're good. All right, so now we got this in the path, and we got this, and I think I'm missing the path on this one. Let me undo, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, boom, boom, boom. All right, I want to make sure I select both of them, right? Command C, Command V. Is my path still here? A second. I think I might have got rid of my path, guys. Give me a second. All right, give me a second, guys. Work with me here. For some reason, it's not letting me select my other one. Why is that? Cancel. It's my workspace right here. Got that selected. That is the offset. All right, 1 second, guys. Let me do that over again real fast. All right, boom, trace, OK, path, offset path, there it is, OK. I'm gonna position this. You guys aren't seeing on Instagram. Let me bring it over here so you guys can see. All right. Position this in the right area with the offset path. I'm just trying to use all my real estate here. Command C, Command V, copy and paste. Bring the other one down here. All right, so now I got both of them on my sheet. And now we are ready to print, guys. We're ready to print with this. Okay, you guys can see this on on Instagram. Let me bring it in the screen right first. Okay, cool. All right, so now we can print. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go File, Print. All right, that's gonna open up the print menu, and you see the I color 250. All right, right there. And print outline only, you wanna have print and cut selected. And in here, boom, boom, boom. All right, now, when you first get your eye color, this is really important right here, this menu I just went to. When you get your first eye color and you have this set up from the factory, it's set up in a way that it prints fast, but it doesn't print the best quality sticker. So this menu right here, when you press Properties and you press Print Quality, will give you the best, highest quality image it can, right? And I had to learn this myself because it comes right here at the quality fast or quality 2, one of these two, but the best image quality is not selected when you first get it. And I'm gonna show you guys what happens, right? I'm gonna print the best quality for you, and I'm gonna show you guys how it comes out. Then I'm gonna print the default settings that it comes, and I'm gonna show you guys what happens and how I lost this client. All right, so right now I'm gonna press OK, and it's gonna start printing. I'm gonna switch the printer so you guys can see it. All right. So it's sending the information over to the printer right now. All right, so now you guys are hearing the printer and seeing it print. And you guys know how to use it already, right? So watch how fast this thing prints. I gotta get up and grab it because it spits the image out. It spits the image out right after it's done printing. So you guys see how fast his head moves. Very, very fast. Very nice, high quality image. Right now it's gonna cut. Do the contour cut that we created. All right, and now we're done. All right, now we got our stickers right here. That easy, that simple. Now, you guys notice that in the settings, I selected high quality, right? Now check this out. I'm gonna print with it in the specifications that it comes delivered. And I'm showing you guys this for a reason. All right, so let's go back to the software here. And let's go ahead and print this again. Print. Print. And now I'm going to go back to properties. And when you first get it, it comes out like in this, like quality 1, fast draft. I think that's the standard that it comes with, right? That it comes in. And you don't know this menu. And honestly, I don't think that they know this menu either, because I'll tell you guys this after we're done. Give me a second. All right, so I'm going to print this again. All right, so I just sent it to print. Now see how fast it's printing? Look at that. Printed both stickers already. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how fast that worked. All right, now, look at this. Look at the one I have, and look at this one right here. See the difference? This one's got lines going through it, and you don't have any color. This one is nice, pristine, and it's quality, right? All right, now, let's go back to the software again. Print. Let's select print, properties. Let's go back again and let's go to quality 2. Okay, let's print that. I'm showing you guys this for a reason. There is a method to my madness. I promise you guys there's a method to my madness. And we're live here, so. What's good? What's good, everybody on YouTube? Thank you guys for tuning in. Even still, it's faster. It's a lot faster than the high quality, fine version that I printed out. All right, so no, I believe this is quality 2 is the setting that it gets delivered with. All right, so boom. Okay, so you see this image right here, guys. It looks good, but it's got lines. The camera probably can't pick it up, but it's got lines going through it. All right, and I'm showing you guys this for a reason. I'm getting there. I'm getting to it in a second. We're about to get into it. This is the version that I figured out how to get. This is the version that it ships with. All right. All right. Let's talk a little bit. All right. So on my website, I have a sticker selling option, and people can order stickers from me. And I got a really, really, really good order. Let's say a few months ago, earlier this year. And it was potentially some repeat business. It was from a school, actually. And I lost the business. And I'll tell you why. It's a learning lesson, too. So I lost the business because, and this is no knock on iColor at all, right? Because there's some great people over there. They just didn't know. And if you don't know, you don't know. I was told to take out the ink cartridge, wipe off the ink cartridge, make sure it's clean. They sent me out a new ink cartridge. That didn't work either. So in the meantime, like, this is dragging out. I'm trying to figure out how to get this printer to print in good quality, because I've seen it print in good quality before, but I can't figure out with these, when every time somebody orders a solid color sticker, I'm getting these lines through the printer when it prints, and I couldn't figure it out. So one day I decided, you know what? I'm just going to sit with this thing and figure it out. And see, this is what I'm talking about where it comes to being an influencer, right? I was able to figure this out, and I was able to figure out how to get this thing to work and to print quality stickers. But I was really frustrated because as a business owner, the company couldn't tell me what to do to figure this out, to make this print good. And like I showed you guys, right? You would go here, you press print, and then you go to properties, and then you go to quality, drop down, best quality, prints a little slower, but it gives you that high quality image that you need. Now that's what you guys are going to have to do if you guys get this and it prints high quality, pristine, no lines, great cutouts every single time. But as an influencer, right, there's been many times when I've been given equipment and I had to figure stuff out. Specifically with All American Print Supply Co. All right, I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. Some of you guys on YouTube already know this story, but I'm going to tell it again. So All American Print Supply Co., they sent me, what's the first machine they sent me? They sent me the Prestige DTF printer. And anybody who's gotten a DTF printer from a company before, they know that initial setup to DTF printers is always a pain in the behind. You guys can attest to what I'm talking about in the chat. It's a pain in the behind. Setup is a pain in the behind. And this was no different, but I was able to get it set up, right? With the help of All American Print Supply Co., of course. So then they graduated and they took back that, and they sent me the Prestige A3 Plus R. Yes, the Prestige A3, then the Prestige A3 Plus R. And managed to work the bugs out and get that one set up and was printing with that. I liked it. I was hooked to DTF now. I went found another one, bought it online, figured out the bugs, figured out how to fix it because there was something wrong with the one I got online, and I got it to work. So I was using 2 Prestige A3 Plus Rs in my studio at the time. Part of my job as an influencer is to use this equipment until it breaks. I was able to break both of the Prestige A3 Plus Rs. And I was without a DTF printer for a while. And then Racoma, shouts out to Henry Ma. I appreciate you. Henry Ma, I'll talk to you guys about Henry in a second. They sent me their big DTF printer, 24-inch John, right? So I didn't necessarily need the 2 A3 Plus Rs anymore, but All American Print Supply Co. sent me out the R2 Pro. And shouts out to the R2 Pro DTF printer. I'm giving the DTF printer a shout out. But they sent me the R2 Pro DTF printer. Great DTF printer, right? Was working fabulous. It took a little while, just like every other DTF printer, for us to get it set up, for us to get it connected, for us to get it working. It probably took a few weeks, to be honest, if I have to be honest. It's not just out the box, load up the inks, and it was ready to go. No, it took me a little while to figure out to get it up and running. But once I got it up and running, it was working. It was printing fast. I was excited. I was showcasing the bigger one that I had along with the R2 Pro on my YouTube at the time. Then the R2 Pro just stopped working. It just stopped working. It would print and then it would just slam to the side and stop working. And it was frustrating because I would literally be on the phone and with talking to tech support, putting in tickets for, I'd say about 2 months, maybe longer than that, trying to get this printer to work. Not 2 months straight, right? But they knew it wasn't working. So I'd say about maybe like 6 days out of the, it was longer than 2 months, maybe like 6 complete. Like when you get on the phone with tech support and you're troubleshooting, your day is basically gone, kind of, sort of. Like you're spending 4 hours out of the day trying to do this, do that, do that. They're hooking up to your computer, taking control, going through all the settings of your computer. It got to the point where they changed so many settings, and this laptop right here, mind you, they changed so many settings in my laptop that my laptop wasn't working by the time I got off the call, and I couldn't even go online with my laptop. I swear, I promise you guys, this happened in real life. They changed so many settings in my computer that nothing could work on my computer after I got off the call with them. I was so frustrated, and the printer still wasn't working, guys. So I was able to figure that out, get my computer working, and I played around with the printer for a little while, right? And I think I fell asleep one night and I had an epiphany. So what was happening was the printer was going from side to side. The print head was going from side to side, and it would slam on one side and just stop printing. And I would get an error on the screen. They couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure it out. Nobody could figure it out. But by just thinking about it, I was able to figure out that the reason why it would slam on one side and stop working is because the belt inside of the printer was loose. So I looked on the side of the printer, opened up the side panel, and saw a screw, and the screw tensioned the belt. So I tightened up the screw a little bit, and it added tension to the belt, fixed the problem. Made a video about it to show everybody how I fixed this problem, because I know other people that use my affiliate link and I influenced to buy the equipment. They were having that problem too. So I made a video about it to try to help you guys out that might have bought the printer. And I would think that the company would be happy, right? I would think that they'd be ecstatic out there. Yo, Alan, yo, good job. You know what I mean? You figured out our problem. You know, other people's been having this problem. We can't figure this out. Thank you so much. You figured it out. Pat on the back, bonus, something. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I got, hey, we saw the video. We were thinking, we were all so shocked. We're like, what did we do? Why doesn't Alan doesn't like us? It was so weird. I want to find the video so I can place a snippet with you guys. Like, I was like totally in total shock. Wait, let me see. A-Dubb. I'm on YouTube right now. Productions R2 Pro fix. I want to find this video so I can play it. I'm back. It's fixed. That's my MacBook. Did I let me go on my channel. They asked me to take down the video, guys, but the thing is, the video showed you guys how to fix the problem. So I'm like, why would you want me to take down the video? Why would you think that I have any thing bad to say about you guys? Because it was basically, it was pretty much saying, the video was pretty much saying that, hey, I was able to figure out something that they weren't able to figure it out, right? They weren't able to. So maybe that part of the video was bad. I don't know, but I'm trying to find a video fast. Give me a second, guys. Wait. R2 Pro fix. Here we go. Okay, we got the video up, and we're gonna play the video, guys. And you guys can tell me whether or not. Look at this. I went to the same problem. I have to replace the cartridge and ink carrier. See, here's somebody right here that had that problem. And look, somebody right here. I watched that video. Look at that. Absolutely. Look at that. See what I'm saying? Look, and you had the same problem. You had to replace the carriage and the ink carrier, but that wasn't the problem. The problem was the screw on the side didn't have enough tension to hold the belt. And when you put some screw down the screw on the side a little bit more, it added more tension to the belt, and the problem was solved. You probably spent money and replaced the whole ink cartridge carrier unnecessarily. And see, people like you is why I made that video. And I wish you would have saw that video so you didn't have to go through that. Yes, you made the company who owns the machine look bad. So of course they wanted you to take it down. I can see that, but at the same time, being an influencer, my obligation is to you guys, especially if I'm promoting something. You know what I mean? So let's look at this video real fast and let's see. All right, give me a second, guys. Let me bring some audio in here. Bring some audio in. Come on. Here we go.
Came loose on the R2 Pro, and thanks to the community and you guys, we were able to figure it out together. What is going on, everybody? I'm very, very excited this morning, and I'm making this machine goes back and forth. The head is so powerful that the belt could potentially get loose. There's a real easy fix to this issue that you can do to get your printer up and running again. Only thing you gotta do, I'm gonna play a video for you guys, but only thing you gotta do is open the panel on the side and tighten up 2 screws to get that belt that the head is traveling back and forth tight again. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about.
All right, so I think I might have found the issue. See how loose this belt is? I think that's what the issue is. On Instagram, it's kind of hard for you guys to see. I can't
push that back this way. I think you do it by tightening up these 2 screws, and it pulls this whole thing in, maybe. I don't know, but you gotta figure out how to tighten up this belt right here. I'm thinking if I loosen that, I don't know. Gotta figure it out though. Gotta figure it out. Let me push this to that side and see. Yeah, that's in a fixed spot right there.
So this is me troubleshooting things, trying to logically figure this out since they couldn't.
This is in a fixed spot. Somehow I gotta get this belt tighter. Figure it out. Alright, let's see. I'll tighten this up.
As I'm tightening it up, it's pulling
that whole
the belt
thing, which
into place.
I'm gonna make the belt tighter. Still very loose.
So it's pulling the whole mechanism, putting tension on the belt. And this is why you guys can't be scared of your equipment.
Still very loose, but it feels like it's getting a little bit more resistance on there. So I'm gonna keep tightening. Yeah, that's stiffening up. That's stiffening up quite a bit. Yep. Don't want to tighten it
And I
down
think in the
too
video I
much,
showed what was happening before.
We gotta do what we gotta do. Oh yeah.
See?
Oh yeah, that made that tighter.
A lot more
That
tension
made
on
that
the belt.
significantly tighter. A little bit more, a little tiny bit more. Oh man, that's not real loose right there. I'm gonna flip that screw. Alright, I'm gonna try to print now. Let me see.
So that right there is the fix to the issue that you may or may not have with your Prestige R2 Pro. Love this machine, especially when it's pumping and jumping like it is right now.
Gotta find a way to somehow.
All right,
I'm gonna
now
play a video for you guys, but only thing you gotta do is open the panel on issue that you may or making that it had to be something that has printer. If you're in the market, Racoma affiliate link to buy.
I showed.
Let me see.
So that right there is the fix to the issue
okay,
that you may or may not have with your
stop the video.
Prestige.
Now, I didn't show in the video what was happening, but what would happen is like, and mind you, I had an online store, right, selling this stuff, selling DTFs and stuff. This is like when my online store first started like getting consistent sales. So you go from getting consistent sales, you're excited about that. You finally have a printer that prints fairly fast, and then it stops working, and then the company that sells it can't help you fix it. They try, but they can't figure it out. And then you figure it out. You make a video to share with everybody else that you influenced to buy the product, how to fix their issues that they're having, and then they're mad at you. That's weird to me, right? And I didn't say anything malicious in the video, right? All I did was show the fix that they couldn't fix. So it was just really weird to me, like, that they would feel a type of way about that. So this is like the back inside stuff that you don't see and people don't hear about. Like I said, the people that that work there, nice people. The staff, great people. I don't work with them anymore. Not because of this issue, because after this issue, I was still working with them. We kind of talked it out. I think I took the video down for a little bit, but I put it back up because my loyalties with my viewers, to help my viewers fix their issue, and they didn't make a video showing how to fix the issue either. So I put my video back up, right? I don't even think they know. I'm not sure. They maybe watching this video, maybe know now, but I don't work with them anymore. Somebody said, I have noticed that many are sellouts. Yeah, some people might be sellouts, but I can't do that. Because if listen, this is how I look at it, right? You guys are me, right? You and I are the same people. And if there's a fix to an issue that you guys are having, especially if it's a product that I have, especially if it's a product that I might have influenced you to purchase, I'm not going to hold out information that's going to hold you back in your business, especially knowing where we come from in the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. This pack right here with the printer and the shaker oven, it's like $11,000, $14,000. I don't know how much it was at the time. It's crazy. And for me to withhold information would be, I don't do stuff like that. I don't work like that on my channel. I don't work like that with the stuff that I do. I don't withhold beneficial information and just keep it inside. I don't know what was going on with that, but make the long story short, I don't work with anymore. And my reason for not working with anymore, I'm gonna just put it on full disclosure here. I get it. The economy went bad and things got tight, I'm thinking, and they owe me money. They owe me affiliate income and they're not paying it. And I've asked for it several times. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm not gonna get this money. I'm okay with it, but I just want to let you guys know what to look out for and the things that go on behind the scenes as an affiliate in All American Print Supply Co. If you're watching this, it's not cool, guys. It's not cool. It's like, I don't know, like $300 to $600. I forget exactly how much it is, but that's whack. But I will say the Prestige R2 Pro is a good printer. It's a solid printer. It's a workhorse. Once you fix that issue, I bet you they fixed it now. It's not shipping out with that issue. I don't know. But once you fix that issue, this printer is a beast. And you don't see it on my channel anymore because I don't work with them anymore. And you won't see it on my channel because I can't make any affiliate commission off of it. So what's the point, right? Especially knowing that I've talked to a few other affiliates too, and some weird stuff has happened with this particular company. Like people who have like way more views than me, and it's hard to believe that. Like, and I'm just gonna leave that alone. A lot of weird stuff goes on in the background. Like if you have like hundreds of thousands of views on your channel and you're not getting any sales, something weird is going on, right? That's all I'm gonna say about that. But guys, the reason why I showed this to you is just an example. The situation that I had with All American Print and Supply Co. is not the same situation or anything remotely close to Uninet or iColor. Fantastic company, and in my opinion, highly underrated products. And you guys will see in the future, I keep on promising you guys, but I'm gonna make some videos on the iColor 650 white toner transfer printer. And the thing is, and see, this is it. Companies' jobs, right? Their jobs are to sell products in volume, remain profitable, and they might not necessarily. They're not the iColor is different though, because they actually use their products, because they print with their products, but they might not know some of their products. They might not know all the intricacies because they might not use that specific product on a day-to-day basis. But iColor, I know for a fact that they produce volume with their heavier duty equipment, right? But this light duty beginner sticker printer or like label maker machine, they might not use because they have big industrial printers that print way faster than this. But this company right here, Uninet, iColor, some of the best equipment on the market, some of the most reliable equipment on the market, and I'll put my stamp on it, my name on it. Now, the issue that I had with this, I have to share with you guys because you guys might be interested in this, and I don't want you to run into the same issue that I ran into and have to lose customers wondering how or why the machine isn't printing like it's supposed to be, especially when you spend, I think, like $3,000, I think this printer is. I'm not sure, but it's worth it. It's worth it, right? You can pump out a couple $100 a day with this thing if you have the business for it, if you have the orders for it, right? So I just want to show you guys that so that you don't have a problem, because and I still didn't tell them how I fixed the issue either. Like I just, fixed it. I was a little like in my feelings a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, because I lost customers. Not only that customer, I lost another customer too. But this was potential really good business, and they didn't know how to fix it. But I'll contact them and let them know how to fix it. Just a simple setting in the software, and I was told to take the print head out, clean the print head, maybe the print head is bad. They sent me, because the print head is on the actual ink cartridge for this specific printer. So every time you get a new cartridge, a new refill of inks, you get a new print head, that's cool. And this doesn't clog, as far as I know. Like, I've had no issues. Maybe if you sit it for a long, long time, you might do a few prints, and then it'll like shoot some ink through the print head that's on the cartridge that has the ink in it, and then it starts printing fine again. But for the most part, besides that, I haven't had any issues with it at all. I transport it from place to place. It's great for portable stuff. It's just a really good overall little printer, and you guys see how fast it prints. I've printed this for like runs of like 150 stickers back to back, no issues at all. So between that and their white toner transfer printers, most reliable equipment out there. And you guys, a lot of you guys that don't like white toner transfer printers just don't like them because you guys don't know what they're capable of doing. These equipment, that like the white toner, specifically the iColor 650, can do so much besides doing an A to B process and doing shirts. We're talking about printing on Mylar balloons. You guys know the Mylar balloons that you see in the grocery store, like the shiny ones. And you can print different graphics on there using the iColor 650 prints. But the thing about the iColor 650 white tone transfer printer, it's like there's so many different medias and there's so many different inks, and you have to configure them in certain ways. It can be a little confusing. So as an effort to show you guys some of the things that you can do with them besides t-shirt printing, I'm going to do a little series where I touch on each thing lightly and show you guys the different capabilities. And I'm going to coordinate with Uninet and figure out some of the many different things. You can make trophies with them, like and print on the glass. You can do window clings, all types of stuff. You can make cards, greeting cards, birthday cards, all types of stuff on an iColor 650. So I'm going to do something so you guys can see what it's capable of. And it's reliable because it's white toner. So, and if you want to make shirts, you can do that too, right? But that's just besides all the other things it can do. I showed you guys a video with the tattoos. You can print on tattoo paper and do temporary tattoos. They got two types of different, like I think 2 or 3 different types of media for that. But that's the thing. It's so complicated because you have so many different medias, like different papers that you can use with it. And then you have so many different, like, well, I won't say so many different inks because it's just regular toner cartridges. And I say inks, but they're actually toner cartridges. You have so many different toners, and then you have the sublimation toners. So it's just one set of toners actually, and then it's just sublimation toners. So it's 2 sets of ink, but with the regular toners, you have to configure the white and the black or the white and the clear in a certain configuration to print on certain media. So that's where the confusion comes in, where people are just like, okay, I want to print on this. Okay, what's the configuration? And the actual machine actually tells you, because when you open up the hood, it has the configuration of what it should be. And when you go on the software, it actually tells you. But because it's foreign to us, it's hard for us to kind of like digest the configuration of the toner. But like I said, I got you guys. We'll get into it soon. Just give me a little bit. I got a bunch of other stuff I want to do. Yep. Somebody says, Dondre McCrae says, what about Mylar bags? Yes, you can print on Mylar bags with the iColor 650. Somebody said they cut the middleman. Yeah. Like you said the video before, not t-shirt blank sellers are all. DTF also. Sorry. What do you think about the market today? Nowadays, everybody is doing DTF. Yes, everybody is doing DTF. So I think there's a huge market for DTF. Somebody says, the Dope Game says, thank you for your transparency. For sure, man. You guys got to know this stuff, and you guys got to know who you're patronizing. And speaking of who you're patronizing, I'm going to collaborate with another influencer coming up very soon about this DTF stuff, specifically about the big companies that are selling DTFs, and let me touch on it real fast. A lot of you guys are being misled. A lot of you guys shop with these big companies because you think that, I don't know why you guys shop with the big companies, to be honest. I don't know why what you guys think, but a lot of you guys are being misled. I'm thinking you guys think that they're printing the stuff. They're not. Like, I'm not going to name names, but I got a email recently asking me to be a printer for a specific company. So a lot of these, when you guys order, and I keep on telling you guys, like, it benefits you if you shop with other small businesses, because you're a small business. And if you're not patronizing small businesses, why would anybody patronize you? Why should anybody patronize you when you don't do the very thing that you complain about? You complain about nobody's, people don't want to support. I don't get any customers like that. You know what I mean? People don't want to support my small business. But at the same time, you don't shop with small businesses. So if you don't shop with small businesses, why should people shop at your shop when you're using these big companies to print your stuff, and you don't know that the big companies are farming their work out to us? Help me make it make sense. And the big companies get bigger because you guys keep on using them to print your stuff. They're keeping us busy and keeping us enslaved to them because they're bombarding us with so much work and paying us a fraction of the price that we should be getting, when you guys should just come to the source. Not every company's doing it, but a lot of them are. A lot of the more popular names are. You guys can put them in the chat. Some of you guys probably know already, but a lot of the ones that advertise a lot are. And a lot of the ones that sell other products that you can get are using other people. I got emails, guys. I'm not going to show you guys. That's just saying. So somebody wrote, when it comes to DTF, what's the winner here, man? It's hard to commit to a piece of gear like X-Tool apparel. What do you think, in your experience? Just order heat transfers and gang sheets? Yes. So I've said this in videos before, like, if you don't have the business for a DTF printer, just order your DTF transfers from somebody who has experience printing DTFs, and you'll be better off. Because a lot of people don't have the patience and don't have the temperament to, one, get the DTF printers up and running, and two, keep the DTF printers functional. Because I told you guys in like last video or video before last that the issue that everybody has is they always get clogged print heads. As a matter of fact, I got a client that I went and I replaced their print head for him, and I replaced one print head, and then the other print head was clogged. But I told them to keep the print heads warm. And the problem, their space is just too big to keep the whole room warm. And by the time, anyway, they whole situation over there. So the print heads just like to be warm, because ink cannot solidify. Ink cannot get hard and jam up in the lines if the ink is kept warm. So if you keep your printer in a warm environment, you won't have any problems for the most part. At least I haven't had any problems since I regulated the temperature in my print shop. All right, so that's all I got for you guys, man. Somebody wrote, the X-Tool has a bad warranty on print heads. It makes sense for companies that sell printers to not give you a good warranty on print heads, because they don't control your environment. So if I was a company, I wouldn't give you a warranty on a print head at all, because once that print head leaves the shop, I don't know what you're doing with the print head. Meaning, I don't know if your print shop is 62 degrees. If your print shop is 62 degrees, your print head is going to get clogged. I don't care. It's going to get clogged because you don't have the right environment for that equipment, right? So it wouldn't make any sense to give you a warranty on a print head if your print head is just going to get clogged. And they always tell people, and I can't figure this out, every company always says, keep your humidity up to this level. That's ridiculous. No, they should be telling you guys, just keep the room warm. Keep the room warm. Just keep the room warm, and the inks won't get hard in the lines. The ink won't get hard in those microscopic little holes that they got to pass through on the print head. But they keep on saying this stuff about keeping the humidity. No, if the humidity is up in a cold ass room, I'm sorry, the print head's gonna clog. It makes it like. What am I missing here? Am I wrong? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, as far as the X-Tool apparel printer, it depends on what you want to do. If you're a recreational printer, it probably will work for you. I see people using it, but if you want to print volume and you want to make DTFs for other people, I don't think that printer can hold a candle to printers like the R2 Pro or even the Revel 2402T from Racoma. That's the one that I have. That's the one I print with all the time. It's a fabulous, great printer. Have I had my issues with it, getting it up and running? And when I first got it, yes. But as of late, for the last 2 years, no issues because I keep my environment warm. And you guys know that watch my videos on YouTube. The one issue that I had with my 2402T, I think they resolved it now. When they first started shipping the printers out, they shipped it, and the thing that the printer sits on was made out of hard plastic. And it was a plate that the dampeners sat on, and the print head came over and sat and raised the plate, raised up. That plate was made out of like hard plastic, and mine cracked. My plastic plate cracked. So I had to get that plastic plate removed and replaced. And when Racoma sent me out a replacement plate, it was metal, which tells me that they knew what the issue was. So they sent me out a metal plate. I replaced it with a metal plate the new metal plate, the replacement that they had, and I've never had a problem with it since, especially keeping it in a warm environment. So that's why I like Racoma. Like, they're a company that stays proactive. They listen to consumers, and if they don't get it right, they eventually will get it right. And they try, and they listen to you. They do research and development. A lot of the equipment that they make, they manufacture some of the stuff themselves. Can't say the same about a lot of companies. So 2 companies I highly recommend, guys. Uninet and Racoma. Y'all need to play together. Uninet and Racoma are 2 fabulous companies. Some other companies, kind of weird. Heat Transfer House, fabulous company, right? Great stuff. Don't have anything bad to say about them. All American Print Supply Co., on the other hand, little shady business. Good products, good stuff, right? R2 Pro works, but give me my money. Come up off them dollars. That's not right. It's not very professional. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so when it comes to DTF, which printer can you recommend besides the X-Tool apparel printer? Okay, so when you say what printer do I recommend besides the X-Tool apparel printer, that's insinuating that I recommended the X-Tool apparel printer. I don't recommend the X-Tool apparel printer at all. I don't recommend that printer. So don't say which printer would I recommend besides the X-Tool apparel printer, because I don't. Like I said, I don't recommend the X-Tool apparel printer. I do recommend the Racoma 2402T. That's the printer that I recommend. That's the one I recommend, because this is the way I look at it, right? Unless you get a DTF printer that's 24 inches or better, you're just doing this for recreation. In that case, then you'll be fine with the X-Tool apparel printer. The reason why I say that is because if you want to have a website online and sell DTFs, people want to order gang sheets. And you can make a 13-inch gang sheet like on a Prestige R2 Pro. If I had to recommend anything else, shamefully so, it's sad, but I would recommend the Prestige R2 Pro, even though I don't, you know what I mean, with them like that. But, you know, it's a great printer, I'm not going to lie. Especially after I figured out how to fix that issue. It's a great printer. It's undeniable, right? Especially if the situation is fixed. I showed you guys the fix on that situation because it might happen to you. I don't know. It happened to me, and I'm an affiliate. I was affiliate at the time. But anyway, I digress. It prints fast, and it's a tank. But like I said, if you want to fulfill orders for customers, you need at least 24 inches of space. Other than that, you're going to be there all day and all night printing up orders and make a couple $100, right? You want to make money. You want to make like $1,000 a day and stuff like that. You need 24 inches or better. That's all I'm saying, right? And if you're offering something, you need something that's going to be able to produce enough volume to make it make sense. And anything less than 24 inches just doesn't make sense to me. The Prestige R2 Pro can keep up. Like I said, it can make you probably like mid couple hundred a day, right? But where it falls short is it's not 24 inches, right? So, and keep in mind, you can only print what's so wide with it, right? There are some things that you can do to depending on the design to make it a little bit wider. Like you can turn your design sideways and make it print long ways. But if it's, I'm not getting into all that. Anyway, so yeah, I don't recommend the X-Tool apparel printer. Warm environment is key for ink nozzles and tubes. Yes, Crypto Podcast says that. And Crypto Podcast says give him his money back. Crypto says the Racoma 2402T. Yes. A lot of people. I'll tell you a quick story real fast. I actually had to block somebody from my channel because around the time when I got the Revel 2402T and I got it up and running and I was pumping and jumping, this one guy, I can't remember his name. It's not really worth my time to remember his name, but he was so upset with me. He was so upset because I don't know why he was upset. It seemed like, I'm trying to see what's going on over here in the TikTok world and in the Instagram world. I don't know what's going on my stream, but anyway, I hope you guys can see me over there. But he was so upset with me that like it got to the threatening point. I'm like, bro, why are you mad at me because you can't get your machine to work? You see mine working and you're mad at me because I make videos showing my machine working. Like this is a customer, and he was just upset with me because I don't know, because my machine was working. I really don't know. I can't call it, but I had to block him. But that didn't age so well because look, my machine is still up and running years later. That was about a year and a half ago that I went through that. But everything that I've done and showed you guys on my YouTube channel, because that's where I make most of my content, guys. Everything that I showed you guys, I've been able to do successfully, and I've been able to keep it running for years. Am I lying in the chat? As much as people complain about equipment, everything that I've gotten, I've been able to figure out and keep running. Am I lying in the chat? So I can sit here and tell you Racoma embroidery machines are great. I can sit here and tell you the 2402T is great. Their DTF printer. The R2 Pro is good. It's a great DTF printer. I know other people that have them that use them for their business. It's a great DTF printer. I'm just a little salty that I can't get my money from them. I'm never gonna get it. I'm okay with that. But some people are having problems with it. Look at this. R2 Pro, sorry, I'm just typing. I remember, holy crap, I can't afford the Racoma joint. That's a tank for sure. Somebody wrote. But look, this is the thing about these printers, right? About these equipments, right? When you if you sit down with a paper and pencil and write down how much money you want to make a month and work your way backwards and go, break that down into how much money I want to make weekly, right? And then break that down in how much money I need to make daily to accomplish that monthly goal. If you just do that and you compare that money, right, your goal to the price of the equipment, it's insignificant. The price of the equipment is insignificant. Now, the problem is getting to that goal, right? And the problem is most of us can't figure out how to get that amount of volume of business to make that price of the machine seem insignificant, because the cost of these machines are nothing, guys. Like 15,000 is nothing compared to the amount of income they can bring you. But we can't get the business. Why can't we get the business? Because y'all busy shopping with Ninja Transfers and Jiffy Transfers, Jiffy shirts, and when you're supposed to be buying your T-shirts from Jiffy Shirts, not your DTFs. You're supposed to buy, well, Ninja, I guess you're supposed to buy transfers because that's what they sell. But I think Ninja owns other companies or other companies own Ninja. But you guys don't know certain things. I don't blame you for it. But I'm just saying, that's part of the reason why you guys can't get any business, because you guys that want the business are busy. You see how this works? Y'all are shopping with them, but y'all complain about make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. You want business, but you're not willing to give other people your business. Make it make sense. How does that work? Don't you know that the universe works like you get what you put out? That's just, I don't make up the rules. That's the way the universe works. If you want it, you got to give it, and it comes back to you. If you're not getting it, maybe you're not giving it. That's just how it works. I don't make up these rules, guys. I'm just here to tell you. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. It was a good talk. Thank you so much. Is there anything else? Is there something that is more budget for me? I wanted to buy the X-Tool bundle. Is there something that could be better for that price or less? Okay. Now, when it comes to DTF printers and budget, the two don't go together. So you can't be on a budget and want something that's high quality. It doesn't make sense, right? That's like, I don't have money for a Bentley. I have money for a Kia, but how can I get the Bentley quality? You can't. You can't. No, there's either you pay for the quality or you pay and you just buy what you can afford. But the alternative, like I told you, the alternative is to buy your transfers. Find somebody in your area where you live at, where you can get super fast shipping, build a relationship with that person, and utilize them to print your DTFs. You can still run a DTF business like you print DTFs if you have a relationship with somebody that can give you a super fast turnaround so you can mail it out. Like me, for example. Customers in my area, and some of you guys online can vouch for me. Customers in my area will tell you that I do same day printing, Monday through Friday. All right. No, Monday through Thursday. Let's make that clear, because I do want some time to myself on the weekend. So, but yeah, build a relationship with somebody in your area, a small printing shop, and until you get the business, then you can buy it, justify the purchase of spending that much money for a DTF printer or what you consider is that much money. But once again, like I said, once you get that volume, it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. Like the 15,000, even the 20,000 is insignificant compared to the profit or the money that you're going to get, because you got to get to a certain point before it turns into profit, right? You got to pay the equipment off and stuff like that. So yeah, it's insignificant once you have the business, right? So just keep that in mind. But what you're asking is impossible. You can't be on a budget and want quality. It doesn't. Is there something that could be better for that price or less? Like if you listen to what you're asking, it's like, yeah, it's just, yeah, no. The answer to that is no. So you got to spend some money, man. You got to spend some money. And trust me, I was there before. Like a few years ago, I'm gonna say a few years ago, maybe like 8 years ago, when I got into this space, right? And I was using the single needle embroidery machines. I looked at a multi-needle embroidery machine. I'm like, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna be able to afford this thing. This is ridiculous. Like, where am I gonna get $15,000 from, right? But now I got like 8 of them. You know what I mean? So it's like, you the person that you're talking to, that you're watching the video, the things that I tell you guys, I'm not making this shit up. Like, some people just get online and make stuff up. I did it. You know what I mean? So that's what separates me from other people making videos. A lot of other people making videos. Like, I did it. I do it. Right? So it's like, I'm not making this stuff up. Right? I'm not just saying something that I think sounds good or I think might be the right answer. This is what I'm telling you. Like if you're on a budget, just wait until it makes sense, and then you can get it, and then it won't be that bad, right? So like, and until you get there, these are the things that you can do to get there, right? So you can use a local printer so that you can spend little money every time you get an order, get the stuff fast and ship it out, or get the stuff fast and make the shirts that you need to make. And then hopefully you're not spending the money, because most people don't grow because they're getting high on their own supply. Like they're not sitting the business money to the side to use for the business. You got to sit the business money when the business makes money. You got to sit that to the side and let it pile up so that you can go get that piece of equipment. Some people get the business money and they'll go buy some shoes. They'll go buy some Jordans or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what you guys buy, but the fact still remains, though. You guys, you all, men and women, y'all will find money to buy the things that you want. Y'all will have some fly stuff on. Y'all will drive a nice car. But you complain when it comes to spending $15,000 for a printer for your business, but you'll go finance a Mercedes or a BMW or a Charger, a Scat Pack, right? But you won't make it make sense, people. It don't make sense. You if you want it, you'll get it. Right or wrong. You ain't lying to me. I did it. I'm the person that I'm talking about right now. I've been there, done that. So you can't tell me I'm not telling the truth. All right. So Crypto Podcast says, go find a local printing dude and be his homie. That's right. Go find a local print shop and be his homie and patronize his business, and you'll be just fine. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. How I feel that associated from musician studio, you know what I'm saying? Yep. So go find a local print company, guys, and patronize the small businesses, and the universe will give you some business in return, guys. So that's all I got for you guys today. This is interesting. We'll see how this blows over in a couple of days. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna make some more videos on some videos on the iColor 650 and show you guys some interesting stuff that you can do with the white toner transfer printer. But it is a very, very reliable printer. It's highly underrated, and it's all the stuff that Uninet sells, including the UVDTF, fantastic machine, 650, fantastic machine, iColor 250, fantastic machine. But like I said, all these machines are nothing if you can't get the business, right? So that's the missing link to everybody's business. How do I get business to sustain these purchases that I make? All right. Don't get into machine chasing. Don't get into buying the next greatest machine before you've been able to make this machine profitable for your business. Slow down a little bit and concentrate on the business part of the business, because that's what's important. All right. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Great talk. Peace.